Hello students, so for this video tutorial, we're going to make problem 1-8, and for these problems, keep in mind you're going to be making all of these problems that you see on this technical drawing Google document, and you're going to be following the directions in the video tutorials to create the technical drawings in the correct format. So let's get started with making problem 1-8. So open up Autodesk Inventor and click on the new part menu, and that'll load up for me here in a second. And I'm pressing Alt Tab to go back and forth to Inventor and my technical drawing example. It's still loading. Okay, so my screen might look different than yours, and the reason for that is because I went to the Tools, Application Options, Colors tab, and I changed it to Presentation and one color, and I applied, and that just makes it a little easier for you to see what I'm doing on my 3D modeling. So in the 3D Model tab, I'm going to start a sketch, and I'm going to start with my 2x1 rectangle. So on the XZ plane, and I'm clicking this so the top is right side up, clicking rectangle, and it's 2x1, so 2, tab over 1, enter, and finish sketch. And then it is, how tall is this? So I have a this is 0.25 plus 0.25 plus a plus 0.5 here. But what about between here and here? That is the question. Okay, so I know that's at least 1. That's probably 0.25. So this is 1, so it's probably 1.25 tall. We'll fix it later if it's wrong. So extrude by 1.25. Okay. So just something about these technical drawings here. They all probably have something wrong with them, and that's on purpose because I want you to watch the video lessons the whole way through and make sure your technical drawings and your 3D models are exactly the way I want them to be. Alright, so let's see, we have our basic block that we're going to start cutting away from, and let's go ahead and cut, let's see, we can cut, let's cut out the angle, this angle right here. Alright, so on this side, right click, new sketch, click on project geometry, click on your line tool, and we're going to click and draw a line, and actually that's not what I want. Click and draw a line like this. Yep. This line right here is dimensioned 0.5 away. From this corner to the bottom, that should be 1. And then from this point to the bottom is 0.25. Okay. I'm going to close this up. So I have a closed shape that I'm going to extrude cut. Click extrude. And here, so here's the benefit of making my colors different. See how it's turning red on the surfaces? So I can really tell then which surface I'm on. So if I were to click right now, it would do this, which is not what I want. And I need to find where to place my mouse in order to get the surface I want extruded. There we go. Clicking on cut, clicking on all, and clicking OK. So this radius right here is 0.50. I'll do that later. Let me cut out this area. And oh man, yeah, this doesn't give me enough information in order to cut away. Well, actually it does. So I'm going to go to the top view, and I'm going to right click on this new sketch, and I'm going to draw a rectangle from here to here. Dimension it, well, let's project geometry of this surface. So from here to here, that's going to be 0.25. And I'm going to say it's going to get cut down. So if the whole thing is 1.25, we're going to extrude cut 1.25 minus 0.5. So I just don't know how long it is. Well, I don't think that actually matters. So if I were to like pull it this way, finish sketch, click on home, the extrude cut downward, so watch. So I'm going to click on that extrude cut. This is going to be 1.25 minus 0.5. There we go. There it is. See, I can figure out the information by doing that calculation. Now there's something wrong here. So let me make sure my sketch, I'm going to edit sketch. Let's make sure that that is coincident constrained. So this is coincident constrained with this. There we go. Finish sketch. Okay, that went away. Yep. Awesome. That might or might not have happened to yours. Let's go ahead and fillet this corner 0.5 with the radius. So 0.5. Click on that corner right there and click check. And then we have a hole that is 0.38. So I'm going to right click on here, make a circle with a diameter of 0.38, and we're going to place that, look like it's 0.25 away from the surface here. Yeah, 0.25, and 0.25 from the bottom, from this one right here. Finish sketch, extrude cut that hole, all, click OK. And I'm pretty sure that, alright, so the 3D model is done. We're going to save that as problem 1-8, and we're going to start the, put EX for example for me, because I already made it. We're going to start the technical drawing now. So go to New, Drawing, and you know these steps, so you're going to change the sheet size to size A, get rid of this title block. So right click sheet 1, edit the sheet, make it size A, right click ANSI large, delete that, click the little triangles for drawing resources, title blocks, ANSI A, insert, then click on base, and your front view is this view right here. Click on your top, your side, and your ISO, and click OK. Okay, and the scale for this is 1:1. Let's see what 2:1 looks like. It's too big. Alright. Click on your annotate button, and we're going to start dimensioning accordingly. And let's make our primary units and tolerance like that, and click OK. Actually, I don't need that. That's too much. I just need it to be this tolerance. Get into the habit of, putting your center lines first, so you don't forget later. Oops, undo this one. here and here and here and here. And then go ahead and we're gonna before we do anything else, right click on your dimension, edit dimension style, and change the fonts to Technic. So click on your text plus button, the label text, make that Technic, click on note text, save edits yes, Technic, standard, save edits yes, Technic, and save and close. It'll update your font to a better, more technical font. And then on your center marks, right click on your center mark, edit center mark style, and we're going to change that to let's see, 0.05. Let's try 0.05 for that, and 0.0, just do 0.1, and save and close. Let's see what that looks like. That's a good center mark. Okay, and let's continue dimensioning. So there was a lot of things that we didn't have information to, but we were still able to make the part. But the one thing that was missing mainly was where this hull was. So dimension, just like you see here. There we go. And we're going to put one here. I was still able to get information out of the part with it being dimensioned like this. Would have been nice to have this information though. So I think maybe a better dimension would be well, no, we'll leave that one, and then dimension this distance right here, yeah, and this distance right here. Let's look at our drawing. So we got the one. Oh, we need this one right here. Okay, that is a good technical drawing. Let's go ahead and update our eye properties. So right click on, double tap escape, right click on your problem name, click on eye properties, summary, so all caps, problem 1-8, subject engineering, author, that needs to be your name. I'm the manager, so you can put Cruz, company, again, make up a company name. So Cruz Machines. Apply. You can also update the project information if you wanted to. And close. And save. We're going to save that. Okay, let's go back to the actual problem. And you're going to learn in this next few moments that some things in the Tools tab. So if you click on Material, you have access to this library of different materials. So let's say this was made out of birch wood. If I click this up arrow, it will then leave this part as birch wood. So it gives it some properties, right? So if I go to the problem here and I go to eye properties, there's this tab called Physical. I'm going to click Update, and what that does is it shows me the material, it shows me how dense this is, right? It shows me the mass of the object, its center of gravity, its area, and its volume. This information is extremely important in the engineering world for several reasons. One of the reasons is you want to know your volume. So let's say this was a marble and you had like 100 marbles in a cup or something. You would want to know the volume displacement. The area, you would want to know how much room it's going to take up. Same thing with volume. And the mass, it shows you how much it might weigh. The center of gravity is important because you want to know where your centroid is. You'll learn more about that later on. Okay, and you can change the accuracy. So if we change it to high, it doesn't actually really change anything for this particular model. And you can go ahead and check, what materials would be in terms of like if it was steel or wood or even water. Okay, and this is going to be a question that's asked on the NOCD exams, like how do you find physical properties of objects, how do you change the material, what might the density be in grams per cubic centimeters, and so on. So just keep that in the back of your head for later on. Okay, and go ahead and make sure that you print this part out and put it in your portfolio. If your printer is not connected to your computer, please see me so that I can fix that.